Hey guys, Bankruptjojo. Doing a deck tech on the junk Athreos deck I've been playing. I've changed a lot, and I've only played it at 1 FNM, so... first off, we had High Priest Dependence here. Sorry for the glare. High Priest is pretty sweet. Whenever a damage is dealt to him, I may destroy a non-land permanent, so he's pretty nice in certain situations. We have a Sentient Tactics in the main, so you could fight him with other things and then destroy a non-land permanent, but... Overall, I think we're going to go more enchantment-based, kind of, and play 4 Underworld Coinsmiths, so I'm missing the 2 more Underworld Coinsmiths at the moment. I'll pick them up before FNM. Yeah, so I think that's going to be... Those will take place of the High Priest. Of course, our 4 Voices. Just great when he dies, get a token, and probably not going to get put back in our hand. That's another thing we really wanted to do, is find things that they did not want to put back in our hand, so they would have to take 3 damage, or be very unhappy about putting it back in our hand, so... Kill it, get a token, yeah, just perfect in our deck. One of the main reasons I wanted to go green here. Cartel Aristocrat, we need our sack outlets, so we can sack our voices or whatever else we need. Just, you know, probably wouldn't be a deck without enough sack outlets, and she's the best right now, so. Sentient Tactics. So I pay 1, or pay 2 and then 1 for each extra, 1 after that, and creatures I get +1/+1, and tap to fight target creature. Which fighting is usually kind of, you know, it's in green, it's reserved for more bigger creatures, so you can just eat their creatures. We don't really have that, but what we can do is have 3 of our creatures gang up on one of theirs, killing it. And if we have our Dictate of Erebos out, then they'll have to sack the remaining, you know, the remaining 3 creatures if they have that many. So I actually have not got to use this, but I just really think it's powerful, and for now we're going to do a 1 of. Maybe it's something that could potentially go up, I'm not sure. I was trying to decide between these 2 cards for a little bit. I mean, that one's way more powerful, but it's just too slow with the tap, not the continuous sack, so we're definitely going to have to go with more Virals. I'm probably going to run, yeah, that's definitely going to be a Virals. I only have 1 of them though, so 2 Virals, but maybe we need to go up, maybe we need more sack outlets, I'm not sure. Right now we got 3 Banishing Lights. I might want to up this to 4 since we're kind of going more enchantment based and using, you know, Underworld Coinsmith will gain us a life when this comes into play. And just in testing, I've had like, you know, 2 or 3 of those out and dropping quite a few enchantments, gaining a lot of life, which a lot of people say life gains are relevant. That's completely untrue in Standard, especially when we're trying to set up things like this. Spirit of Heliod, another enchantment that'll, you know, trigger all those. What is it, Constellation? Yes, Constellation triggers. And it's really good for them not wanting to attack with a, you know, a Desecration Demon or whatnot, because we can kill. So it's actually a pretty good controlling card too, not just aggro. 4 Coursers, we need to dig and find stuff in this deck, and he's just awesome at it. Also very good against red deck wins, you know, any kind of really aggressive decks. He's pretty much the reason I won against red deck wins on Friday. And he's also an enchantment, so he will trigger other Constellation triggers, so keep that in mind. A lot of people will forget that. Obviously, Athreos is, you know, one of the all-stars bringing the deck together. Getting him Devotion's awesome. You can use Obsidian. I don't know why I blanked for a second, but Obsidian and him, and that's 4, 5, 6, so all you need is 1 more. What's really nice is Obsidian will come back each turn. You can attack if you have your Devotion, and then Obsidian will blink out, making him not a creature anymore, which you're going to be attacking with him most of the time, so you don't really need him to block. And that way he dodges some more like exile removal, exile target creature removal. So it's actually pretty good that Obsidian blinks out and makes him not a creature. Okay, we're just going to go to a whip for now, actually. Just another great enchantment. We can whip things back that he didn't want to put back in our hands, so adds to our Devotion. It might be kind of slow. I might be... This slot right here, this 4-drop slot, I'm really kind of torn on right now, and I'm just going to have to test and see what I like. But in testing, this was pretty sweet, Reaper of the Wilds, because I could, you know, sack something that he didn't mind putting back in my hand and just play it again like a 2-drop. It was an Underworld Coinsmith, actually. So I would sack an Underworld Coinsmith to my Cartel Aristocrat, and then just scry was basically why I was doing it, but then I could replay my Underworld Coinsmith because this was kind of late in the game. Do it again, scry, gain a life, and play it again, scry, you know, because he didn't want to take 3 damage. He just kept putting it back in my hand, letting me scry, and gain a life each time. So just sweet. But what I really think I want to do maybe is kind of play some more of these. It's an enchantment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card. So that's something sweet. You know, we just play it, we draw a card. If we have an Underworld Coinsmith next turn, we draw a card. If it dies, he's not going to want to put it back in our hands, so we can draw another card. Probably he's probably going to take 3 damage, which, you know, fits with the theme. We do, you know, we want creatures or something that's not going to, he's not going to want to just put back in our hand most of the time. So I'm going to be playing with this 4-drop slot. Maybe no whip, you know, maybe 4 of these, maybe one of the, I don't know. It's just something that's going to require playing to find out for sure. And then, like I said, another all-star in this deck is the Dictate of Erebos. I only have 2. So right now this is just going to placehold for it. I had this guy in there and kind of seemed, you know, like a sweet idea, but I think again it's just too slow. But I don't think he's terrible, honestly. Maybe even against a control deck he could be okay, I don't know. But for now I think I'm just going to play 3 Dictate of Erebos. Just such a good card in what we're trying to do. Any creature deck is screwed. You're obviously going to want to board it out against control decks or whatnot, and it's probably not going to do you any good, just a dead card, but for the rest of the matchups it's so sweet. And then our 2 opposite dots. I had 3, but I don't know, I think just 2's fine. Going kind of a lower curve. I had 25 lands and we dropped it to 24 since we kind of took out an opposite dot. But we'll play around with that and see how that turns out. If we need to go up to 25 again, I mean, what do we got? We got 5 drops, that's not too bad. Before we had a 6 drop, so I think we can manage with 24 lands. And again, I think I'm going to go up here. Some cool things that happened during my FNM. One time my opponent, what did I have? I had the Dictate out. Actually, okay, we'll just start from the beginning. He had a Desecration Demon, and I had Voice of Resurgence and Underworld Coinsmith, I believe. So Desecration Demon triggers. I had 5 untapped mana. I flashed that in. I sacked the Desecration Demon, the Voice. He has to sacrifice his Desecration Demon. Oh, it was sweet. I later Thought Seized him, and he had 2 Desecration Demons sitting in his hand this whole game. He could not play against me. They were dead cards in his hand because I would just sack something, and he would have to sack his demon. So that was pretty hilarious. The one I Thought Seized and saw 2 Deso Demons. I bumped the dude next to me in the arm and told him. He started cracking up. He didn't look too happy about it, but he was a real nice guy. It was funny. Trying to think about other things that went down. I got Burning Earth. Luckily, Banishing Light took care of that, and I think we're going to play another Banishing Light because we don't have any removal except for, you know, as far as our Dictate of Erebos goes. And then again, like I said, it's another enchantment that will trigger. I'm not going to show you the sideboard right now. It's just, you know, it just depends. Mainly, it's against control. It can be like Abrupt Decays and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and go on to the mana. I'm not going to lay that out. We got 4 temples, the green-white Temple of Plenty. 4 Temple Gardens. We just really need mana fixing because we want to get stuff out pretty quick. At the same time, we have a lot of scry lands, so because we need to find things. We have 3 Godless Shrines I've taken it down to. Or no, 4 Godless Shrines, excuse me. I cut something on the duels. 4 Godless Shrines. 4 Overgrown Tombs. This glare is bad in some places. And it should be the rest of the shocks. I got all mixed up. Yeah, 4 Temple of Silence. Yeah, 2. I cut down a Temple of Malady. And then I switched a forest to a plains and added a Mana Confluence. I'm thinking maybe another Mana Confluence for something else might be good. Just for extra fixing. We're going to be gaining plenty of life here. So, I hope you like the deck. I hope some people play it and let me know. I don't test enough or play enough, although I might be going to a Monday tomorrow and play some Magic Standard, and maybe even Thursday. Probably definitely Thursday, but hopefully tomorrow, because I want to test this deck a little bit more. So, thanks for watching, guys, and any comments or suggestions, let me know. It's just this 4-drop slot I'm really feeling kind of iffy about what I want to do. Drawing cards seems really sweet. We can whip him back if we need to draw a card. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.